Well, hello and welcome to the introductory episode of the Legal Jim podcast. My name is Jim Hart. I'm a trademark lawyer, YouTuber, and entrepreneur. And on this podcast, I want to talk about some of the biggest issues that entrepreneurs face when starting and running their business and break them down in a way that's easy to understand and, dare I say, fun as well. And one of the biggest problem areas that I see for most online entrepreneurs is actually picking a name for their business and then making sure that name is legally protected. In the legal world, the way entrepreneurs protect their brand is with trademarks. Now, most people understand that they need an LLC and they need some contracts. And some of you might even have these important legal components in place already. But I'd be willing to bet that most of you have not taken the steps necessary to claim the legal rights related to your trademarks. That means that most of you probably don't even own the name that you were using to run your business. Some of you might not even understand what I'm talking about, and that, my friends, is a big problem. But that's why we are here. My goal with this podcast is to demystify and simplify the world of branding and trademarks so that you can confidently move forward and build an amazing business that can provide financial freedom for you and for your family. And along the way, I plan to bring on some pretty amazing guest speakers as well in the online business space. So right off the bat, please let me know what you think of this format. You can find me on Instagram at jim.hart or on Twitter at @thejimhart, and feel free to send me a DM. Now, I will tell you on my Instagram channel, my family has we relocated to Portugal, and so there's a lot of stuff on there about moving to Portugal and what we're seeing in Portugal. But I do plan to post more business-related things on that channel as well. So just feel free to peruse, check me out on Instagram at Jim Hart. Now, in terms of the frequency and the format of this podcast. Now, first of all, I want to let you know that I originally started this podcast back in 2021, towards the end of the year, and I got 12 or 13 episodes finished. And then at that point, for a variety of reasons, we just kind of stopped posting and stopped producing new episodes. So you will see those first 12 episodes are still available for download, but once you hit episode 12, starting with episode 13, you're going to start to see this new format where I'm going to be talking more about the legal aspects of protecting your business name. And I also want to let you know that I plan to post at least once a week, although we're going to experiment with twice a week for a month or so to see if I can actually keep up with that schedule. I'm not sure I can, so we'll see. There are a number of threshold topics surrounding trademarks and brand protection that I want to get published as quickly as possible. And then as we start to bring on more guests, I may scale back to once a week. So we'll see. But for now, we're going to commit to once a week. And if I can get 2 out a week, we're going to go for that too. So now that you know a little bit more about what you're going to get out of this podcast, as well as how frequently I'll be posting, I wanted to share with you a bit more about me personally. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, I'm a trademark lawyer, I'm a YouTuber, and I'm an entrepreneur. And although I am licensed to practice law in North Carolina and Portugal, I do run my law firm completely remotely and virtually from Lisbon, Portugal, where I currently live with my wife, our 3 kids, our 2 dogs, and our 2 cats. It is a packed flat. We moved overseas earlier this summer, and although it was a shock to the system, to say the least, we couldn't be happier now. And as you can guess, the Hart Law Firm is a full-service trademark law firm that works with online businesses, coaches, course creators, one-to-one service providers, podcasters, and creative entrepreneurs who are looking to protect and grow their brand online. Now, my clients that I work with, and I assume that you, because you're a listener to the show, have lofty goals for what you want to accomplish in your business, but you're also interested in making sure that you have all of your legal ducks in a row. Now on YouTube, I'm closing in on 150,000 subscribers as of this recording, and I provide a ton of free content and resources to help you build and protect your online business. And as I mentioned before, I initially started this podcast back in 2021, but quickly got sidetracked with organizing our move overseas. Now that we are here in Portugal, I have this renewed sense of focus, and I'm excited to get the show restarted. Here's just a snapshot of some of the topics we're going to be talking about in the coming weeks. What trademarks are and why you might need them for your business. How to decide when to trademark your brand. This is a frequently asked question. how to pick the best name for your business, and so much more. So I hope you will subscribe to the show and join me in working out your legal muscles with the Legal Jim podcast. And don't forget to leave a rating and review on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast if you like what I'm talking about here. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in episode 13, where we're going to be talking about how getting your legal house in order is not only smart from a legal perspective, but can also actually help you earn more money in your business. See you in the next episode.